Okay, this one has a huge, long story behind it. Question 9. Where did you come up with the name Franklinthorp Gamer? Okay, let's just try to get through this. Alright, so me and my friend Will, who he was actually part of some of my Ape Escape videos, as much as I didn't like that because I don't like co-commentators. He was in some of my Ape Escape 2 videos, but back like a year and a half, 2 years ago, we were going through this thing where we were creating fake clubs, and we still do. Like, when we make a cheesy joke, we created the Knee Slapper Club, and we still do that. But we were coming up with, like, code names, quote-unquote, and I pointed at Will and said, hey, this club needs a scientist. You're going to be the scientist of the club. You are going to be Sir Franklinthorp. And I thought of Sir Franklinthorp off the top of my head. And it was just so hilarious and stupid sounding. We thought it was funny. And then later, about 3 months later, me, Will, my friend Joe, and my cousin were all in the same bowling team on a bowling league. And after one of the games, after the last game of that day on the bowling league, we decided to go to one of those machines and play a game. Well, my friend Will did, and he used his own money, and he put it in, and he actually won this weird-looking green frog thing. If I can find a picture of it, I'll show you guys, but I've tried searching multiple times for a picture of it. I can't find it. He won this weird-looking green frog thing, and it pulled out. I was like, what the hell is that? Because we were waiting for somebody to pick us up and take us from the bowling alley back to our houses. And so I just decided, oh, hey, let's bring up a joke from like 3 months ago and call it Sir Franklinthorp. Now, the thing about Sir Franklinthorp was I had my friend Joe and Will spend the night that night. And in that same very night, everybody wanted to see Sir Franklinthorp. I don't know why, or for whatever reason, they just really wanted to see Sir Franklinthorp, so we were all sharing it and stuff, and then he had a little hole in his neck, and I was like, no, I need to protect him. And then, while they were off playing video games and stuff, I was sitting on the bed, just, like, behind Will, and I was ripping the stuffing out of the neck of the stuffed animal through the little hole. I was ripping stuffing out of Sir Franklinthorp's neck, and then I was saying, I hate you, Sir Franklinthorp, I hate you, Sir Franklinthorp, I hate you, Sir Franklinthorp, every time that I ripped stuffing out. And then I put both of my index fingers and middle fingers into the hole and just started ripping, and then put both of my hands in the hole and just ripped its head off. And I was like, Will, and I kept tapping his back, and then he looked back, he was like, what, Josh? And then he looked, and he saw Sir Franklinthorp with his head ripped off. He was like, Josh, what the hell did you just do? And I told him that I ripped Sir Franklinthorp's head off because he was causing too much controversy. And to this very day, we have half of his body with his head missing, and we put one of his eyes into this little jar thing, and we call him like Sir Cyborg Thorpe or something. Anyways, yeah, I think we just call him Cyborg Thorpe. It's hard to say fast for me. Anyways, yeah, so that's basically it. And then I was trying to come up with a YouTube account because I wanted to do Let's Plays, but I'll get into the inspired by somebody in a little bit here. Anyways, I wanted to do Let's Play videos, so I was like, okay, better create a channel. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh, hey, you know, I had email problems and stuff like that, so I was like, fine, I'll just create my own Gmail account. And I did, and I made it. I was thinking, what should I make this Gmail account? Let's see. Well, if I made it Sir Franklinthorp, it wouldn't really have much to do with games. So, I mean, it wouldn't strike you as a Let's Play channel. So, Franklinthorp Gamer. And it just came to my head, and it sounded humorous to me, and it related to Sir Franklinthorp, and so that's where I came up with the name Franklinthorp Gamer. Sorry that was such a long description. It was just, I told you, I warned you, it had a long story behind it, but it's a pretty funny story. Okay, question 10. What do you use to record audio and video? Be specific. Well, you see, I use a microphone, and I use a capture card, and then I use video capturing software, and then I use audio capturing software. No, okay, that's not specific. I actually use my Logitech USB Rock Band microphone, and I use a Dazzle DVC 100. It says Dazzle HD on the cover, and it's the black Dazzle. It matches my Xbox. No, but yeah, it's the black Dazzle. And as for software, I use Record Pad to record my voice, and for recording the video from the capture card, I use Pinnacle Studio 12. Now, I used to have 14, but I had constant problems with Pinnacle Studio 14, so I got 12. Anyways, this one's kind of a complicated one. Not really. I could easily answer this. What would you do if you were stuck on an island with a handgun and one bullet with Hannah Montana and Tingle? Well, oh geez. What would I do? This one's a simple one. With one bullet, well, I'd take out Hannah Montana because I don't like her. I don't like her music. At least with Tingle, I mean, he annoys me, but his appearance is funny, and plus I can laugh at him for every time he does that bling boop thing he does in Wind Waker. So I'd keep him around because it's just kind of humorous. What game do you hate the most? Yeah, geez. I was actually thinking of this before recording this. I don't know. It's actually going to be it's going to be a newer game, actually. And I know, I'm going to get criticized and flamed to hell for this, but I despise, for some strange reason, I absolutely despise Assassin's Creed. I don't know why. Please don't flame me, and please don't get angry at me. I just don't like Assassin's Creed. It just, I hate that game so much. And yes, I'm using the word hate because you asked me what game I hate. Alright.